No, but, you know, you were, as you know, before me, they were going out and they were borrowing money and mortgaging the farm to pay the estate tax, or the death tax, as we call it. And now you don't have that anymore. You can leave it to your children if you love them. If you don't love them, just forget what I said and let's think about something else. But that's a big deal because they were losing their farms. You would pass away, you love your children, you'd leave it, they'd go out and mortgage the farm to pay the tax, and they'd lose the farm in many cases. But Brenna Bird would come along and she'd save them, your Attorney General. She'd say, we're not going to do this to them. We're not going to do it. Right, Brenna? She did. She actually fought for a lot of families who were put out of business by the estate tax, but now they're not because we got that ended. I ended the NAFTA disaster, the worst trade deal ever made, and replaced it with the brand new USMCA, the best trade deal ever made. Actually, the deal I made with China might be better, but after COVID, I don't even talk about it. But they buy $50 billion worth of product from the farmers and manufacturers, but mostly from the farmers. $50 billion. Think of that, $50 billion worth, but I don't even talk about it. It was probably the greatest trade deal ever made. I thought they said 15. I said, what's the number we want? Sir, 15 billion. I thought they said 50 billion. You know, maybe the hearing's not quite as good. I said, all right, you better get 50 billion. So I'm talking to him the next day. How you doing? Sir, we're getting close. We're at 14. But I said, I don't want 14. What do you do? I want 50. And they got 50. We got 50. That was an amazing deal. But I don't talk about it too much. The deal was so good, in fact, that what we did with USMCA, it was unbelievable. The deal with USMCA, it's Canada, Mexico, it's so good that they're trying to renegotiate it. They've gone back to Crooked Joe, and if they give him enough money, I'm sure they'll do it. For him! Did you see Hunter today, right? He went to the wrong place. He went to the Senate instead of the House. Everyone's saying, where's Hunter? See, it always gets, where's Hunter? What a two-tier system of justice we have. I took on the Communist China group of very, very tough people, like no administration in history, bringing hundreds of billions of dollars pouring into our treasury. We took in hundreds of billions of dollars when no other president ever got us even 10 cents. They didn't even ask for it. Got hundreds of billions, and that's when I gave the $28 billion straight out of the tariffs I took from China, and I gave them to large portions of your great state. No one gets abused on trade worse than American agriculture, as everybody in the room knows, yet no other president lifted a finger to help the growers, the farmers, the people that do what so many in this audience do. Under my leadership, we have a great rebirth of loyalty to the American farmer and to the American flag, because we've lost a lot of loyalty. Remember what I did with the NFL when they had a little bit of a sit-down problem? And they were sitting down. We didn't like that. I'll go around the world and I'll put every other country on notice. If you try and abuse our farmers, you will pay a very, very steep price, like China did. They paid a very big price. To that end, I will pass the Trump Reciprocal Trade Act. You know what that is? That's if China or any other country, which they do, and we were all set to do it, and then we got hit with the China virus, but we were all set to do it. But if any of them make us pay 100 or 200% tariff, which some do, not only China, we'll make them pay the reciprocal tariff, likewise 100 or 200% right back. So